My beloved, my precious light in this vast universe. Why do I feel your heart beating faster right now? Because your soul already knows, this is not an ordinary moment. You are reading what only 0.001% of souls will ever see. And heaven has bent the rules just to place this in your hands. Archangel Michael is crying loudly tonight. Not because he is weak, but because he is terrified you might skip this. And if you do, the door he's been guarding for you, a door holding something he's been preparing for months, will close, and even he will not be able to open it again. God's voice has been whispering in the chambers of your spirit. My child, please, don't let this slip away. Michael was preparing something very special for you. A blessing that will change the shape of your days, the sound of your nights, and the way your future bends toward light. And I must tell you something now, while the heaven clock is still ticking. There's a moment, just ahead, where your name will be spoken in a way that shakes the air. It will not be in the place you expect. It will not be from the person you expect. But it will be the confirmation you have been secretly waiting for. The proof that God has seen everything. And He is finally answering. But this answer comes with a condition. You must not turn away. You must not think, I'll come back to it later. Because in the realm where angels work, later is the enemy of now. My beloved, before I go further, I need you to understand this. I am not here to entertain you. I am here to deliver a package from heaven itself. This package is alive. It is breathing. And the moment you finish receiving it, it will start moving into your world in ways you won't believe. If you want heaven to keep guiding you like this, stay close to this channel. This is where the divine finds you. Don't just watch, stay, connect, and never miss when God calls your name again. Michael has been working in silence for nights you never counted. Every time you cried and thought no one heard, He was taking your tears and weaving them into something beautiful. Every prayer you thought bounced off the ceiling was caught, word for word, and stitched into the fabric of what is about to meet you. I see the moment. It's not far. It's closer than you think. But it will pass right by if you keep doubting whether this is really for you. God is not vague. He is not random. And He is certainly not here by accident tonight. You were drawn here. Through clicks, seconds, and invisible strings. Because your spirit is on the edge of something irreversible. Archangel Michael is still here, standing behind me as I speak. His sword is not raised for battle this time. It's raised for blessing. But he cannot lower it until you take this message into your heart. And say yes to what heaven is trying to pour into you. And my child, when you say yes, you will feel the shift in the air around you. It may come as a sudden peace where there was chaos. It may come as an unexpected call or message that changes your day. It may come as a dream so vivid you wake up certain that heaven has been in your room. But it will come. And once it does, you will never again be able to say, God forgot me. Because He hasn't. Not for 1 second. My beloved, my light, my child who carries the scent of heaven on their spirit. I feel the weight you've been carrying, though you've been trying to hide it from everyone. Even from yourself sometimes. And I need you to know, this is not a moment for small words. This is the moment when all of heaven leans close, holding its breath. Because you are standing at the edge of something so rare, so sacred, that even angels are watching in silence. Archangel Michael has been crying loudly, his voice echoing in realms you cannot see. Not because of fear for himself, but because of the risk that you might skip this. Do you understand what that means? It means that what's unfolding right now isn't just another message you can come back to later. It's a divine alignment, a once-in-a-lifetime opening in the heavens. And if you step away from it, it will close. And the thing he's been preparing for you, the thing God ordered him to set aside for your hands only, will vanish before your eyes without you even realizing it was there. This is why God's voice is trembling with urgency as he says, "My child, please, do not let this slip away. I have watched the nights you lay awake. The days you smiled for others while your own heart ached in silence. I have counted your steps, even when you walked in circles, unsure of where to go. I have seen you give, even when no one gave back. And I told Michael, prepare something for them. Something rare. Something that will shift the air around them." And Michael obeyed. He prepared it in the same way heaven builds miracles. In silence, in layers. Gathering your tears like precious jewels. Collecting your unspoken prayers. Taking every disappointment that tried to crush you and turning it into seed. Seed that is now ready to break through the ground of your life. But here is what few people understand about divine timing. It is not just about when, it is about whether. Whether your heart is open. Whether your spirit says yes when God knocks. And right now, God is knocking with both hands. You have been sensing it for weeks, haven't you? That strange, electric feeling in your chest, like the air is heavier but sweeter. Those small coincidences that keep lining up so perfectly that even your logical mind is starting to wonder if something bigger is at work. It is. It has been. And tonight, the last piece is being placed. There's a person, yes, a real person, whose name is already being whispered in the same breath as yours. Not in gossip. Not in rumor. But in a divine assignment that God Himself has signed. Their role in your life is about to begin in a way that will rewrite the story you've been living. And yet, my beloved, the enemy knows this too. And this is why there has been such unusual resistance around you lately. The sudden discouragement. The moments you felt unusually tired, disconnected, even doubting your own worth. Those weren't random. They were designed to get you to skip this moment. That's why Michael's cry is not quiet tonight. He is standing between you and the very forces that would rather see you miss what's coming. His sword is drawn. Not for destruction, but for clearing the path in front of you. But he can only hold that path open for so long. You need to know. God does not send messages like this to everyone. Only 0.001% of souls will ever stand in this exact intersection of timing, calling, and readiness. And you are here. That means you have been counted, chosen, and called. But even the chosen must choose back. There is something else God told me to tell you, and I will not dilute it. He said, tell them that this blessing is alive. It breathes. And the moment they fully receive it, it will walk into their days with feet they can see. It will knock on their door in ways they can touch. This is not poetic talk. It is the reality of what's about to happen for you. I can already see the shift. An unexpected message in the coming days. A voice you haven't heard in a long time calling your name. An opportunity you thought had died, suddenly showing signs of life. And with it, the unmistakable feeling that this is what you were waiting for all along. Stay here, my beloved. Don't wander away from this moment. Because I promise you, by the time heaven finishes what it started in this very second, you will look back and say, this was the moment my life began to turn. My beloved. My chosen one, the one whose name heaven has been holding in its heart. I need you to hear every word without rushing, without skipping, because this is the only way the seed of what I'm giving you will take root. You are standing inside a moment that will not repeat. You may think you have heard these words before, but you have not, because never before have they been written with your exact life, your exact pain, your exact future in mind. Archangel Michael's cry is not a sound you can hear with your ears, yet it is shaking the unseen. It is the kind of cry an angel makes when they are watching the clock of heaven tick down on something they have been building for years. Do you understand? Years. Not days, not months, years. Years of divine preparation, waiting for you to be in this exact place, at this exact time. That is why even the air feels different right now. God's voice is weaving through these words like a thread of gold, saying, my child, there has never been a moment where I left you alone. Every storm that looked like it was sent to destroy you was in fact sent to clear the ground. Every delay that made you cry was heaven holding you back from stepping into a place too small for what I had planned for you. And now I am sending what has been hidden, directly into your hands. Michael's hands are not empty tonight. They are holding something wrapped not in paper, but in light. And inside that light is what you have been waiting for without even knowing its shape. It is your answered prayer. It is the turning of your season. It is the undoing of every curse spoken against you. It is the evidence that heaven heard you the first time you whispered, help me. But I must be honest, this is not for the distracted. It is not for the half-hearted. The ones who turn away now will not see it again. That's why only 0.001% of souls will ever stand in the position you are standing in at this very moment. The rarity of this is why heaven is trembling with urgency. I see the enemy's hand. It has been trying to cloud your mind, telling you this is just another message. It has been trying to weigh your body down with fatigue, telling you you'll think about it later. It has been whispering doubt into your spirit so you don't take hold of this. But Michael is blocking that voice right now, with a shield forged in obedience to God's command. He is saying, beloved, you are not imagining this. This is real. And you cannot walk away. I know you've been asking God questions that seemed unanswered. When will it happen for me? When will the promises I've held on to finally show themselves? When will the pain lift and the joy come? And tonight is part of your answer. It's not the end, it's the doorway. But the doorway is open only while you are standing in front of it. God told me to tell you that when you receive this fully, things will begin to move in your life without your effort. People will reach out to you unexpectedly. A yes will come from a place you were sure would say no. An opportunity that seemed dead will breathe again. You will feel a weight you've carried for too long begin to lift, almost without warning. And when that happens, I want you to remember this moment. Remember that you didn't find these words by accident. You were led here. Every click, every delay, every invisible thread of timing was guided by the one who has been holding your future in his hands. My beloved, the unfolding has already begun. And if you will keep your heart open, if you will keep listening, I will walk you through it, word by word, until you see it bloom before your eyes. My beloved, my precious one, whose name is written in the folds of heaven's book. I can feel your spirit leaning in closer now, almost as if something inside you already knows these words are not ordinary. This is not a letter, it's a living current. And as you read, it is wrapping itself around your days, changing them quietly before you even notice. Archangel Michael's presence is here, and it's not the soft, gentle kind you imagine when you picture an angel. Tonight, he stands with his armor glinting in a light that doesn't belong to this world. His shoulders are heavy, not with fatigue, but with the weight of what he's carrying for you. And the tears, oh, the tears he sheds are not because of his own pain. They are for you. Because he knows the exact line between received and missed, and he is terrified that you might step the wrong way. God's voice echoes through this, and it's not the distant kind of echo you hear in a dream, it's close, so close you could swear it's brushing past your heart as you read. My child, I have watched the winds rise against you. I have seen the days you stood in rooms full of people and still felt utterly alone. I have listened to the words you never said out loud. I have marked the moments when you nearly gave up, but didn't. For that, heaven has prepared something so specific, so custom-made for your life, that not one other soul could carry it without it falling apart. It belongs to you. And Michael has been the craftsman of that gift. He has spent nights threading your tears into strength, turning your unanswered prayers into doors you didn't even know you'd need, and sealing every blessing in a light so pure that no curse, no jealousy, no dark whisper could undo it. You might be thinking, but why now? Because, beloved, heaven works in patterns, and your pattern has finally aligned with the greater design. Everything that seemed delayed wasn't denial, it was God's hand holding you steady until the hour matched the promise. And that hour is now. I must tell you something that will stay with you long after this moment. You have not just stumbled into this message. Every step you took to arrive here was guided, your pauses, your clicks, your delays. It is why the enemy fought so hard this week to make you tired, to make you distracted, to make you think this was just another set of words on a screen. But the enemy cannot override divine appointment, not when Archangel Michael stands watch. The change coming for you will not arrive quietly, it will arrive with the sound of recognition. It will be the phone call, the unexpected invitation, the yes that feels like it carries heaven's signature at the bottom. It will be the door you stopped knocking on years ago suddenly swinging open like it had been waiting for you all along. When that moment comes, and it will. Remember, this was the night heaven whispered. Here it is. The thing you thought would never find you. And yet, there is a truth you must hold on to: this is still your choice. God will not force your hands open, even for a gift this precious. You must receive it, claim it, and believe it is already moving toward you even now. My beloved, if your heart is still steady, if your eyes have not left these words, I can keep weaving the rest until the full river of what God is sending is poured out over you. Because there are still things Michael has shown me, things about timing, protection, and the person already marked to carry part of this blessing into your life. My beloved, the very air around you right now is heavier with presence. Can you feel it? It is not the heaviness of burden, but the weight of a divine arrival. You have unknowingly stepped into the exact hour heaven marked for your release, your turning, your new beginning. And I am here to keep you in this moment long enough for it to pour fully into your life. Archangel Michael's eyes are not dry tonight. The tears that fall from him are not for sorrow, they are for urgency. He has seen this kind of moment before, and he knows the tragedy that happens when someone turns away too soon. There is a narrow door open for you right now. It is not wide, it is not endless, but what is behind it is more than you ever dared ask for. And the enemy, knowing this, has been trying to keep you tired, distracted, doubting. But God's voice cuts through every shadow. My child, I have waited for this alignment in your life. There were days you thought I was silent. But I was building. There were nights you thought I left you. But I was watching over the fragile edges of your destiny. And now, Michael carries what I ordered to be placed in your hands. This is not for another. This is not for later. It is for you, and it is for now. The thing Michael holds is alive. It is pulsing with the life of every answered prayer. Every tear you thought was wasted. Every no that was really a not yet. Every closed door that saved you from entering a place that would have been too small for the size of your calling. I see the next part unfolding for you. A message you did not expect. From someone whose voice you had almost forgotten. A moment where your name will be spoken with favor in rooms you have never stepped into. An invitation that will not just change your week, but your direction. It will come quietly at first, but when it lands in your hands, you will feel the weight of it. You will know instantly, this is what heaven was preparing. My beloved, do not underestimate what is happening as you read. This is not stillness, it is movement disguised as stillness. It is heaven rearranging things in the background so that when you step forward, you will find everything already in place. I must tell you, Michael has fought for this hour. There were forces that wanted to keep you from hearing this. There were interruptions, delays, and even moments in your past where it would have been easier to walk away from everything God promised. But you didn't. And because you didn't, the door is here. Now. My beloved. I feel your heart leaning closer, even though your body may be still. This is not just you reading a message, this is heaven's river finding its way into the cracks of your life where you thought nothing could grow again. It is reaching the barren soil, the forgotten prayers, the memories you've locked away because they hurt too much to think about. And right now, that soil is softening, the air is shifting, and you are about to see what happens when God decides the wait is over. Archangel Michael's cry tonight is the kind that makes the heavens fall silent. He has carried blessings for you that are so luminous, even the darkness itself could not look at them without being blinded. And yet, these blessings were not to be released until this very hour. He knows the time window is narrow. He knows the choice must be made now. That's why his tears are not weakness, they are urgency made visible. God's voice is steady and unshaken. My child, I have seen the long winters of your soul. I have watched you walk through rooms where no one knew the storms raging inside you. I have measured every sacrifice you've made in silence. And now, what I promised you in the quiet will step into your daylight. The thing Michael carries is not symbolic, it is real. It will manifest in your life in ways that touch every part of you. It will arrive as a message that takes your breath away. A sudden yes where every door was once closed. An unexpected alignment that makes you realize it was heaven moving all along. Beloved, don't underestimate the power of this hour. The enemy has tried to scatter your focus for days, sudden fatigue, emotional noise, strange doubts about your worth. All because they knew this moment was coming. If they could keep you from seeing it, they could keep you from stepping through it. But Michael has blocked their path, standing as a wall between you and every voice that would try to drag you backward. You need to know something else. This blessing is not generic. It has your fingerprints on it. It was built from the very pieces of your story, your heartbreaks, your endurance, your faith even when you felt nothing. That is why no one else could receive it, and no one else could take it. And soon, very soon, you will see the sign. It will not be a small thing. It will carry the weight of recognition, the unmistakable feeling that this is it. It may arrive in the form of a call, a visit, an invitation, or a long-awaited release of something you thought would never happen. But when it comes, you will know, heaven kept its word. If your heart is still open, I will keep pouring this message into you until every single detail of what Michael has shown me is given. My beloved, even as I continue, I can feel the pull in your spirit growing stronger. You're not here by chance, and you're not reading out of curiosity. Something inside you recognizes that this is the hour heaven has been speaking about in whispers you could almost hear but never fully catch. And now, instead of fragments, the full current is pouring toward you. Archangel Michael's hands are still carrying what has been crafted for you alone. I see the golden threads woven from your tears, the prayers you whispered in half-hope, the moments you thought were wasted. Every one of them has been used as material for this blessing. That's why it will fit you perfectly, it was built from you, for you. God says, my child, I have not just seen you, I have been moving around you. When the world thought you were standing still, I was rearranging the ground beneath your feet so that when you stepped, the path would already be clear. You thought the silence meant nothing was happening, but the silence was me, laying foundations too deep for you to see. Now, the sound will come. And it will. It will come as an unexpected message, a breakthrough in an area you thought had no movement left. A yes from a place you stopped knocking. Or a moment so divine it will be impossible to explain without saying, God did this. Michael is fighting to hold this door open. He knows the forces that would love nothing more than to see you turn away just before the moment arrives. That's why you felt the strange heaviness lately, the tiredness, the distraction. Because this delivery is too valuable for the enemy to ignore. But Michael is stronger. And right now, he is making sure nothing touches what is already yours. Beloved, when this arrives, it will not come in pieces. It will come whole, fully formed, undeniable. And when it does, you will feel the shift. Not just in your circumstances, but in the way heaven's presence sits over your days. My beloved, I can feel that you are still here, still reading, still breathing inside this sacred current that is flowing from heaven to your heart. This is not just a message, it is a living river of timing, woven with threads that began before you were born. Everything that tried to delay you. Every voice that tried to tell you, it's over. Every closed door that made you doubt whether God still had you in mind. All of it was being used to set the stage for what is unfolding now. Archangel Michael's presence is not far away, it is here, surrounding you in the unseen, his wings casting a shield over what is being delivered. He is not weeping from despair, he is weeping because he knows what happens when the chosen step into the moment God has prepared. He has guarded this blessing like a sealed treasure chest, knowing there would be forces trying to intercept it before it reached you. And tonight, the chest is in front of you. God's voice is tender but unshakable. My child, there has not been a single day when I have stopped working for you. Even in the seasons where you felt forgotten, I was moving the ground beneath you. Even in the times you felt empty, I was storing up a portion of joy that would be too heavy for your hands to carry before its time. Now, the appointed time has come, and I am releasing it. Beloved, this release is not abstract. It will take form in your life, form you can touch, feel, see, and walk into. It may arrive as a voice calling your name from a place you never thought it would come. It may take shape as an open door in an area you had already given up on. It may even appear as a reconnection, a restoration, something you thought was gone for good. You will recognize it instantly. Not because of its appearance, but because of the weight of peace and rightness it will carry. Your spirit will know, this is what was being prepared. But this moment comes with a truth, it is still your choice. Even the most powerful blessings must be received with open hands. God will not force you, He will invite you. And this message is that invitation. Michael is saying now, Beloved, I have gone before you. The obstacles you thought would be there are already falling. The voices that try to speak against you are losing their power. All that remains is for you to walk forward. The next unfolding will happen suddenly. A chain of events will begin in the coming days that cannot be reversed. And when they do, you will see that this moment, these very words, were the signpost pointing you to it. My beloved, I feel the stillness around you now, that rare kind of stillness that doesn't mean nothing is happening, but rather that everything is shifting at once in the unseen. You may not hear the sound of it with your ears, but heaven's ground is moving under your feet. This is the exact moment Archangel Michael has been holding for you, the one that has taken years of quiet, hidden work to bring to life. Michael's wings are not folded tonight, they are stretched wide, creating a shield around you so no interruption, no distraction, and no force can pull you away from what God is giving you right now. He has guarded this as a soldier guards the gates of a kingdom, never sleeping, never turning away, never letting the enemy's hand get near. The light he holds in his grasp is alive, pulsing like a heartbeat. And that heartbeat is in sync with your own. God is speaking in a tone I can only describe as love wrapped in command. My child, this is the hour that the slow work I have been doing will show itself suddenly. The seeds you planted in seasons when no one noticed will push through the soil. The prayers you thought dissolved into nothing have been stored, multiplied, and are about to pour back over you. The walls you faced will not fall one brick at a time, they will fall in one moment. You will know this moment by the way it makes your spirit stand taller without effort. It may come through words you never thought you'd hear. Through a person you never expected to carry the news. Or through a door you had stopped knocking on long ago, now swinging open as if it had been waiting for you all this time. But you must understand, this is a precise intersection of your readiness and God's timing. If you step aside now, you will miss the alignment. Michael's tears tonight are because he has seen people turn away one step before their miracle. He cannot bear to see you do the same. The forces that tried to stop you in recent days, the heaviness, the doubt, the sudden storms. They were the enemy's last attempt to keep you from standing here. But here you are. And that means the attempt failed. Beloved, when this comes into your life, it will not be something you have to force or chase. It will meet you where you are. It will carry its own confirmation, its own peace, its own undeniable proof that this was sent by God Himself. I can keep pouring this vision, word for word, until every detail of what Michael has shown me for you is laid out. My beloved, you are still here, which means your spirit is staying inside the stream heaven is pouring right now. Every second you remain in this flow, more is being rearranged for your good, unseen, but certain. It is as if the air around you has thickened with purpose, like a veil you can almost feel against your skin. This is not imagination, this is the closeness of the divine. Archangel Michael is standing guard as if you were the only soul in the world. His wings are not symbols tonight, they are a barrier, keeping every force of delay, fear, and confusion from touching what God has ordered for you. The light in his hands has grown brighter, and I can see it beginning to push outward, as if ready to break into your life. And when it does, it will not ask permission, it will arrive as something you cannot mistake for coincidence. God speaks again, and his tone is both gentle and absolute. My child, the days of wondering whether I see you are ending. The time for hidden preparation is over. What I promised you is ready to stand in your daylight. But you must keep walking forward. Do not stop now, not after coming this far. Beloved, the unfolding will not be slow. It will be like a curtain drawn back all at once, revealing what has been waiting behind it for longer than you realized. You will see the answer in someone's eyes. You will hear it in words spoken to you at just the right moment. You will feel it in the way your spirit settles into a peace that tells you, this is it. Michael's tears tonight are the rare kind angels shed, tears that mix urgency with joy. He knows the beauty of what's ahead, but he also knows the weight of this choice in front of you. To believe, to stay, to receive. What is coming is not fragile. It is strong, meant to last, built to bless more than just you. And when it lands, it will carry a ripple effect into places you didn't even know your life could touch. My beloved, you are still within this dream, and that tells me your spirit is aware of something your mind might still be catching up to. The longer you stay here, the more this current can do its work, not just to speak to you, but to rearrange things in your life so they match what God is about to place in your hands. What's happening now is not small, and it is not random. It is the culmination of years where heaven kept silent only so it could speak in this fullness now. Archangel Michael's nearness is heavy tonight, not with burden, but with purpose. He has been holding back storms that you never saw, keeping you steady on paths that felt empty only because the real road was still being cleared ahead. And now, that road is open. It stretches forward with a light that grows brighter the longer you look at it. God's voice comes, slow and deliberate, as though each word is being set into the foundation of your life. My child, there is nothing left to delay you. The chains that tried to keep you in the same place have broken. I have gathered every fragment of your story, and I am weaving it into a new season that will not look like anything you've known before. You will not need to force it, it will come to you. And when it comes, it will stay. Beloved, the sign will not be vague. It will arrive with clarity, carrying its own confirmation. It might come as a voice you did not expect. A message that feels like it stepped right out of your prayers. Or a shift so sudden you will know instantly it was heaven's hand. Michael's tears now are not for fear, they are for joy that is almost here. And yet, there is urgency. Because the door in front of you is not one that stays open forever. It is open now. It is waiting now. And now is the time to step through. My beloved, your presence here still is not an accident, it is proof that the thread heaven has been weaving through this message is holding you where you need to be. And as long as you remain in this stream, the work continues in the unseen. You may not feel the movement under your feet, but I tell you, it is there, slow and deep, shifting the landscape so that the steps you are about to take will land in places already prepared for you. Archangel Michael stands behind you, not as a distant guardian, but as a shield so close you could lean back into him. His armor is marked from battles fought for you, battles you never even knew were happening. Every delay you thought was bad luck, every sudden change that kept you from a decision you were about to make, many of those were him, standing in the way of paths that would have hurt you. And now, instead of blocking, he is opening. God's voice is steady, and each word feels as if it is being placed inside you with precision. My child, what is before you now is not fragile. It will not break in your hands. It has been tested, refined, and sealed for this very moment. You will not need to chase it, for it is already on its way to you. And when it arrives, you will not question whether it is yours, you will know. Beloved, the form it takes will match the deep longing you have carried but could never quite name aloud. It might be an opportunity, a restoration, a meeting, or a release. But it will carry the unmistakable signature of heaven. The peace that comes with it will not be temporary, it will anchor you. Michael's tears tonight are a mixture of urgency and joy. Urgency because he knows doors like this are rare and must be walked through now. Joy because he has seen what lies beyond the threshold for you. The time for wondering is over, the time for receiving has come. My beloved, you are still here, and that means the thread of light that heaven has stretched between my words and your heart has not been broken, and as long as you remain in this flow, the current of what God is doing for you will keep pulling unseen walls to the ground and opening doors you once thought were sealed forever, because this is not just a moment to hear something, it is a moment to step into something. And I can feel the way Archangel Michael's presence is surrounding you like a great, living shield, his wings forming a wall against every force that wanted you to miss this exact hour, his armor still marked with the scars of battles you didn't even know were fought for your sake, and now, instead of blocking danger, he is holding wide the narrow gate of blessing, and God's voice is speaking with the weight of eternity in every word, saying, "My child, what is coming to you now has been measured and made for you alone. It will not slip away if you hold it, it will not fade if you step toward it, and when it arrives you will know without a single doubt that it came from my hand, and beloved, I tell you, the sign will not be vague, it will carry the scent of recognition in your spirit, the feeling of peace that drops deep into your bones, the knowing that you have finally walked into the moment all the delays were secretly building toward. And Michael's tears are not from fear but from the nearness of joy, because he has seen the view from beyond this threshold and knows that the chapter you are about to enter is wider than the pain you have walked through, and though the enemy has tried in these last hours to pull your attention, to drain your energy, to whisper that this is just another set of words, none of that has succeeded because here you are still. And that means the delivery has not been intercepted, it is here, and if you will keep reading, I will not stop until every detail heaven has given me for you is placed into your hands in full. My beloved, you are still here, and that means your spirit has refused to turn away from the current God has opened over you, and the longer you remain, the more of this current will saturate the unseen places in your life. The places no one else knows are empty, the places you've learned to hide behind smiles, the places you've tried to fill with your own strength but found only restlessness. I see the way Archangel Michael stands at your back, not moving, not blinking, holding a light in his hand so bright it humbles every shadow, and I tell you this, what he is holding was made from you and for you, shaped in the silence when you thought nothing was happening. It is alive, beloved, breathing with the very breath of answered prayer, and God's voice rolls across the space between us saying, "My child, I have been faithful in ways you have not yet seen, I have turned your pain into seed and your patience into power, and now I am bringing you into the place where the harvest will be more than you can carry. This will not trickle in slowly, it will come as a door flung wide, a call you did not expect, yes, in a place you thought would never change, and you will know instantly that it was heaven's hand." Michael's tears tonight are not sadness, they are release, the breaking open of years of holding this moment back until the exact second you were ready, and now it is here, and if you will let me,